Hello, I'm Zoe. Today I will talk about future shock. What is future shock? Alvin Toffler defined it as an anxiety brought on by too much change in too short a period of time. So what changes our lives, what is changed, and why we feel anxiety. I look around myself and find that I am surrounded by screens. I use the mobile phone to order food, use the iPad to watch the movie, and use the laptop to record this speech. When I realized that I'm unable to live without screen, I begin to anxiety. Recently, I read a book called The Building as Screen. Personally, a building is a mini world, so building becomes screen not only present the development of technology, but also the future trend of the world. In the future, everything, including ourselves, all will be screen. As a graphic designer, we will go through a transitional period of combining traditional media and advanced technology and face a world without traditional media. So it's time to consider the possible forms of graphic design in the future. Inspired by reading the conversation with the network, I believe that we will continue to use the many-to-many model of communication in the future. Due to the screen for all people, everyone have the opportunity to talk and connect with others in our design. After having the audience, we need to consider how to associate graphic design with advanced technology. How to take advantage of the screen to display our ideas and build a relationship with the audience. Firstly, I thought that UI and UX design are more important than ever before because we live in a screen world and depend on screen to convey information. So as graphic designer, we should pay more attention to how to use interface to interact with people. Intuitive interface is really important in order to ensure the audience could get the main idea within a limited time. Designers need to base on their system thinking and creative prototyping to convey the information in a clear way. Due to the development of AI, we not only need to consider how to connect technology and aesthetics, but also need to merge emotion into our design, which easier allows readers to resonate with design. Secondly, I believe that in the future, graphic design no longer just flies, and the graphic designer need to consider how to combine technology and screen to create a space and tell the story. In the future, we need to pay more attention to sensorial experience rather than focus on visual communication. In our design, audiences are able to use eyes to see, use nose to smell, use ears to hear, and use hands to touch. When we meet some ideas that are difficult to realize by ourselves, cross-disciplinary collaboration is a good way to help us solve the problem effectively. We could try to co-create with artists, scientists, and musicians. Nowadays, more and more artists and designers apply VR in their works. They create a virtual reality and present audiences sciences with made-up information. Audiences' perception of reality would also change in response to it. As a graphic designer, we also could associate VR with screens to create an immersive world for our audience, and in this world, audience are co-creators, so our design would never be static in time and space. We also could use AR to turn 2D into 3D, which also offers more possibility to graphic design. Audiences can see the different angles of the subject on the screen and interact with them in a closer way. So, as a graphic designer, we not only need to design for the real world, but also for the screen world. At the same time, we also need to build a bridge between these two worlds for audiences. However, we couldn't just focus on the relationship between design, screen, and the audience. We need to pay more attention to look for the missing voice, offer them a chance to talk, and build a connection for them. In the future, screen closes the distance between us and the audience. We no longer just speaker but also listener. And in our design world, audiences also have the opportunity to connect with each other and have a conversation with designers directly. As a graphic designer, we need to pay more attention to human-centered design and even post-human-centered design, merging our emotion into the design to create a wonderful future by associating graphic design, screen, and technology. At last, I want to say, if we prepare for the screen world in advance, we will have a possibility to turn future shock into future opportunity. So let's look forward to the screen world and explore the possibilities of screen together.